Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about the best movies you can currently watch on HBO Max. Let's begin. Number 10, The Last Duel.
Do you swear on your life that what you say is true?
14th century France can be a hostile place, especially for a woman. Director Ridley Scott strikes an unforgiving tone as he takes us back to a dark chapter in French history for The Last Duel, a tale of gruesome bloody combat. Based on true events, its grim story and overwhelmingly bleak atmosphere set the stage for an emotional tale of one woman's fight for justice in the face of honor duty. It opens with the cut and thrust of the titular Last Duel. It's certainly serious business, as knights Jean de Querage and Jacques Legris, played by Matt Damon and Adam Driver, respectively gear up for a fight to the death. It's all in the name of honor. Jacques has been accused of raping his former friend's wife. The Last Duel is a master class in slow burn storytelling, allowing its complex plot to unfold naturally over 3 distinct chapters. Retreading that story from different perspectives allows Scott to break down the virtues of those involved. Alongside some stellar performances from Jodie Comer, Matt Damon, and Adam Driver, The Last Duel offers several bloody, brutal battles. Number 9, Non-Stop.
Fly much?
All the time, actually.
Non-Stop stars Liam Neeson as an air marshal on a flight that gets hijacked. It gets hijacked in a different way though. He's receiving text messages from someone. He doesn't know who this person is. He's threatening to kill someone every 20 minutes. And his job is to find out who this guy is, try to save everyone on this plane, while also attempt to not be framed, because this guy is framing him for the hijacking. Non-Stop is a 2014 action thriller film, directed by 𝘀𝘂𝗯𝗀𝗃. It was well acted and well directed. Non-Stop was a very enjoyable movie. The film received generally mixed reviews from critics, but it was a box office success, grossing $222 million against its $50 million budget. Number 8, Blade Runner 2049. Ryan Gosling stars as Agent K, a Blade Runner working the streets of Los Angeles some 30 years after the original film. His mission remains the same as Harrison Ford's Deckard: track down and retire renegade androids, aka replicants. The film opens with K in the middle of one such investigation. While the basic concept of the original film is maintained here, the Blade Runner world has evolved in meaningful ways. The line between human and replicant is even more blurred now, and the effects of that blurring bear a heavy emotional weight for the characters and the viewers.
I always told you, you're special.
Blade Runner 2049 is a 2017 neo-noir science fiction film directed by Denis Villeneuve, a sequel to the 1982 film Blade Runner. The film received acclaim from critics, who praised its performances, direction, visual effects, and faithfulness to the original film. Blade Runner 2049 was nominated and won several accolades. Number 7, Last Night in Soho. Film follows Eloise, played by Thomasin McKenzie, a student who wants to be a fashion designer who's obsessed with the 1960s. She moves to London, and when she rents a small room, she discovers that when she goes to bed she wakes up in a 1960s environment, where she follows a young blonde woman named Sandy, who is then played by Anya Taylor-Joy. Through successive dreams, Ellie learns more and more about Sandy's life, which begins as a dream come true, and then descends into a nightmare.
I know what you did.
As Ellie follows Sandy in the dream or vision, the visuals again are just stunning. The imagery transitions between the two characters and reflections, and sometimes mirroring actions, just flawless. The story transitions at this point from slightly mysterious to downright disturbing with a barrage of imagery and actions that propel this into a proper horror story. Last Night in Soho is a 2021 British psychological horror film directed by Edgar Wright. The cinematography in this is spectacular. It received generally positive reviews from critics, and film was nominated for 2 BAFTA Film Awards. Number 6, Salt.
My name is Evelyn Salt.
Then you are a Russian spy.
CIA agent Evelyn Salt's life takes an ugly turn when she is accused of planning the assassination of the Russian president. However, she flees and sets out to prove her innocence. Salt is a 2010 American action thriller film, directed by Philip Noyce, written by Kurt Wimmer. A solid spy thriller with a great performance from Angelina Jolie. The film offers enough thrills and exciting action sequences to keep you hooked. The story is unpredictable, and it has a slight mystery tone to it too, and this is a movie worth watching. Salt grossed $294 million at the worldwide box office, and received generally positive reviews, with praise for the action scenes and Jolie's performance, and it was nominated for Best Sound Mixing at the 83rd Academy Awards. Number 5, Unpregnant.
You always use a condom, so you're fine.
Unpregnant follows a pregnant teenager Varese. It's one that will put a big smile on your face throughout the whole entire film. Performances from Barbie Ferrara and Haley Lou Richardson are absolutely shining spots in this film. Their chemistry is just perfect with one another. You instantly believe that these two used to be best friends.
Trains go fast.
Unpregnant is a 2020 American female buddy road comedy drama film, co-written and directed. Number 4, Ex Machina.
Over the next few days, you're going to be the human component in a Turing test.
Film follows Caleb, a programmer, who wins a week at the isolated home of his billionaire boss Nathan. Creator of the world's most popular search engine, Nathan has brought Caleb to his home to test his newest creation, an android, named Ava, to see if in her he's created something more than machine, and the whole of the film is about the task. And as you may expect, he grows a little too attached to this robot, and that's where the problems start.
What will happen to me if I fail your test?
Ex Machina is a 2014 science fiction film, written and directed by Alex Garland in his directorial debut. It's also a very well-shot movie. It received acclaim, with praise for its leading performances, the screenplay, the visual effects, and the editing. The National Board of Review recognized it as one of the 10 best independent films of the year and the 88th Academy Awards. Number 3, Dune.
The outsiders ravage our lands in front of our eyes.
Titled on-screen as Dune Part 1, is a 2021 American epic science fiction film, directed by Denis Villeneuve. It is the first part of a two-part adaptation of the 1965 novel by Frank Herbert, primarily covering the first half of the book. Dune tells the story of Paul Atreides, a brilliant and gifted young man born into a great destiny beyond his understanding. He must travel to the most dangerous planet in the universe to ensure the future of his family and his people. Everything about Dune feels otherworldly. It feels like you're being transported to a different place. There's also a long history of politics with different civilizations. They did an amazing job at setting up so much backstory and so much information, and making it feel very digestible for someone who's never read the books.
Hey, you want some muscle?
I did?
No.
The film received strong praise for its visuals, performances, cinematography, and direction. It grossed $401 million worldwide on a production budget of $165 million. Organizations such as the National Board of Review and the American Film Institute named Dune as one of the top 10 films of 2021. Number 2, Death on the Nile.
Please welcome the newlyweds, Mr. and Mrs. Simon Doyle.
Kenneth Branagh once again splits duties as 𝘀𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗃, the famous Belgian detective whose holiday in Egypt is interrupted when a newlywed couple fears for their safety. Looking for a safe haven, the wedding party boards a ship. Cruising the Nile where there's death. Story feature all of the suspects trapped within a moving vehicle, and they can't really go anywhere. And like most classic murder mysteries, just about everyone could be a potential suspect.
He accuses everyone of murder.
It is a problem, I admit.
You don't want to rule anyone out, but you can find motive in just about every character. Why they may or may not have killed this person. Most of the actors are very strong in the movie. Best part of the film is the directing. Kenneth Branagh makes a gorgeous-looking movie and really does amazing work with some incredible sets. The point of this movie seems to be to feel as if it is a lavishly old Hollywood movie that features beautiful people and incredible outfits, dresses, and suits, sailing the Nile on an extremely expensive boat, while a man with an epic mustache tries to figure out which one of them killed somebody. You get exactly what the trailers sell you when you go to this movie. So overall, I definitely recommend this movie, especially if you love a good murder mystery movie. Before we unveil number 1, here are some honorable mentions. Number 1, Inception.
I specialize in a very specific type of security.
Inception follows a crew attempting to plant an idea within someone's mind. This crew that specializes in dreams is subconscious realities, is hired to enter a young businessman's mind through his dreams, and to plan an idea there about his business plans. This crew is assembled and led by Cobb, and he leads the group through various stages of this businessman's dreams in an effort to achieve their goal. However, they soon realizes that they've gone too deep and they're in over their heads. As the crew attempts to navigate various dream levels, they also have to navigate subconscious defense systems. The cast is good, it's well performed. The concept is creative and engaging. If you're willing to put in the effort to understand what's actually going on in this movie, you'll enjoy it. It's a movie that gets better upon second or third watch, because Inception is a type of film where you can catch things the second or third time around that help aid your comprehension of the plot and what's actually going on screen. Inception is a 2010 science fiction action film written and directed by Christopher Nolan. Inception grossed over $828 million worldwide, becoming the fourth highest grossing film of 2010, and Inception won 4 Academy Awards. Well, this is it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. And we missed your favorite movie on HBO Max. Let us know in the comments.